How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great game in World of Tanks, Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing the Tier 10 British tank, the heavy tank, the Chieftain, and it's got a great gun, 270 base pen for your APCR rounds that you get as standard, and then your premium APCR rounds get 310 penetration, and then your heat. God damn it. Your high explosive HESH rounds get 140 base pen and 515 damage instead of the classic 400 damage that you get with your 120 millimeter gun. So, this tank actually has better DPM than that of the Super Conqueror and the FV215B, and that is on PC. I don't know if the same applies for console as well, but this tank has a few glaring weaknesses, and while it's not nearly as bad frontally as the FB215B, it still has some issues. Hence, it has... Let's find out. Let's do some clickety-clackety around here, and let's go with the negatives first, and then we'll talk about the positives, which is obviously going to be, one of them, the gun. Let's look at the armor model of this thing. Right above where the gun is connected to the turret, in the mantlet itself, it seems, there's a dark portion right above where the gun is placed into the turret. Right above, the dark portion itself on the tank, yeah, that's a weak point. Okay? 240 millimeters thick. And people can pen through that with APCR, or heat, or even standard rounds if they get a decent roll in penetration. But, yeah, that entire dark placement of discoloration above the gun, in the turret, on the turret, whatever, the very front of it, yeah, it's all a weak point. Not great. Its commander's hatch is flat as shit, so it is hard to hit, especially using all 10 degrees of your gun depression. But it is only 60 millimeters of armor, and that can be penned with HESH and other bad things, so keep on a lookout for that. It's got a roof armor of 57.2, so it is safe from even the biggest caliber guns in the game, but already can still dick on you for a decent chunk, especially if it hits the ass end of the turret right behind the commander's... Oh, God. Right. Oh, okay, so... It's got two places of armor for the roof. It's got 57.2, which is in the front, and then right as you come into contact with the commander's hatch, all the way back there, from in a little bit in front of that, is 25.4, so if it already hits the top of your tank, it's going to pen, and it's going to hurt. And the ass end of your tank, the roof of the engine deck, is also terrible. 19.1 millimeters thick, overmatchable by literally any gun in the game. Pretty much every gun in the game. Side armor is trash. You can't side scrape in this thing reliably, or at all. So basically, how do you play this tank is haul down, and that's all you gotta do. I already went over the gun statistics, but I will go into the actual accuracy. 0.32 dispersion. It's very accurate indeed. You get 390 view range for whatever reason. Top speed of 42 kilometers an hour. Reverse speed is 15. Gun elevation is 20 degrees. Gun depression is 10 degrees. Already went into that. It feels slow. It's got a 10% fire chance, but it feels slow, and part of the armor in the turret is just it doesn't look that great. Like, there's some parts on the turret that are even 270 millimeters thick, and yeah, it's like misplaced all around the turret, so it's hard to pinpoint where you should shoot exactly. But the left side, if you are facing this thing face on, his right is going to be your left, and if you shoot just under that hatch, like, I don't know, maybe like an inch, it gets to like 270 to 260 millimeters of protection. So shooting premium and spamming premium at the left side of this thing's turret face on, you'll probably pen maybe one shot of every 4 shots. Just because the armor is just everywhere, and it just, well, the armor is everywhere. It's a fucking tank. But, like, it's very misplaced, and it's, yeah. Go hull down, hope for the best, and hope people don't hit you in your mantlet weak spot right above the gun, which I just discovered today. I wondered why I was facing tanks that seemed to be damaging me, but it wasn't through my hatch because I didn't have any holes there, and yeah, that was me getting hit in the mantlet right there, I do believe. Or they just hit me in the side and miraculously didn't track me, or ammo rack me. Or damage the ammo rack, by the way. Or, not by the way. I mean, Jesus Christ, Justin, learn English. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some free shots into this Patton. He overexposed his lower plate a little bit too much there. But yeah, this thing's gun depression makes it work phenomenally, and just the only reason why I felt like going into this position is because the T-57 Heavy was dealing with one of my tank destroyers over there, and this is going to be a carry. It's not going to be the greatest damage ever, but it is going to be a damn good game. And I took the chance to get damaged by the Patton there again, just to put another shot into the WZ-111. And I guess I should just call it the 5A, huh? Oh, well, that's fine. E5 finishes off the 5A, and then the Patton takes another shot into me, which bounces. And, like, this thing's upper plate is only good if you're hull down, and even then, there's a spot in it for whatever reason. Like, before it even hits the lower plate, it's got a weak point of like 140 degrees. 140 millimeters of protection. Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's like a weird flat piece in the front of the tank that it doesn't matter how much you angle it up in the air, people can still seem to hit it. Or there's a possibility that they can hit it. It's very small, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But it's a great tank if you're hull down. In any other aspect, it kind of sucks. You don't get 400 view range. You don't get insane turret armor. You don't get... I don't know. Every British tank has a weakness, even the Super Conqueror. And that is, the second it turns its turret, you can just shoot right into the mantlet, because it's equalizing its armor, and you can not only pen it for damage, but also damage the gun. Which doesn't really do much for you, but if you destroy the gun, then obviously he can't fire back for some time. But, yeah, this was a decent carry or good game in the Chieftain, so I figured I would upload it. And the reason for, you know, the over-encumbering amount of British heavy tanks you're seeing me upload gameplay of is because, once again, doing the Chisel contract, and I got 400,000 more XP to go as of right now. Actually, no. Scratch that. Almost 500,000 XP to go. I've been doing 25,000 XP a day. I believe that's what my goal is. But in doing so, I've pretty much stopped myself from playing, except for doing ×2s. Specifically, oh, I almost threw up, for the contract itself. So after I'm done doing ×2s, and I reach my 25,000 XP limit per day, I just stop playing. Because I don't feel like playing more than that, and if I do play more than that, then I just have the constant yearning for, I cannot play this other fun tank because it is not qualified in the contract to be used for it. English is hard. Yes, so I'm just going to round that up to 8,000 damage combined. Not the greatest game ever, but it is a great game indeed. And I got a war chest. What do I get with the war chest? Do I even show you? I think I just get gold and some XP. But, yeah. Yeah, okay, I don't show it. Cool beans. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.